let's get into the menu with the Hammond XK4. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Evening, cold, blighty, bruh. Well, that's standard though, isn't it? But I have the heating on, so good luck, everybody. I thought today, it's only a few days later for me. Patreon guys know this, but you might not know this. Last week, we looked at the Hammond XK4. It's a glasses on moment because today we're going to go and have a look into the menu system. See if it's as good as we hoped. And the first thing that I will say when I was at the Milton Keynes Hammond UK event is I can understand what's going on the screen. So there's a bit of SK in there and SK Pro screen work in there, which is good because I think it's quite intuitive. And they do a good job, but it's only a small screen, but you don't want the screen to be taking control of the situation. It's still the fingers, it's still the live stuff as far as I'm concerned anyway. But let's have a bit of a nose in the screen and see where we are. So here we are, we're on, switched on. I've taken control of it all. So when it switches on, it likes to put its best sound on. I've got rid of all that, and this is just everything you see, and all the knobs positions are what the sound is. Bit of key click, bit of leakage, bit of overdrive. Sorry, half of you. I'll do some more for the other half of you. Bit of reverb, chorus and vibrato off, percussion off. So here's the screen. So you can see there's a nice little representation of the upper and the lower screen and the zones, which I quite like. Hopefully you can see that from my secret camera above there. And then underneath, I think we looked at last week, key click and leakage, overdrive and depth, and it shows it there as well. On stage, you got no chance of seeing that. I've started wearing sunglasses on stage, but between you and me, they're also very focal, so I can see the screen. When I play with the more 70s, 80s and 90s tribute band that I've got going on at the moment, I've got a synth. I can't just grab things like a Luddite. I have to have a look at what I'm doing, and that's a bit tricky. So nowadays I wear the little black glasses. It's not because I'm ultra cool, because I'm quite self-conscious about it, but because I can see the screen. And I wonder how many other people are ultra cool like that as well. Probably a few of us, isn't there? But anyway, I digress. So let's press menu. Now, stop me if you've seen this before, if you've seen it with the SKs or whatever, but I'm just going to go through a few of the patch elements and we kind of learn together. That's kind of my shtick. It's a lot easier than playing it for weeks and weeks on end and really getting right into the nuts and bolts, because I don't have these instruments for weeks and weeks on end. This one was lent to me by Hammond UK and fulfilled by Bonners down in Milton Keynes and other places, and I've got it for a few days, so I'm very grateful for them. I've been trying to get this into the studio for quite a while now, and there it is on top of the XK5. Ooh, there's a video in that as well, isn't there? But let's get to this bit for the moment. So nice little vid just to have a look at the ease or otherwise of the screen and the patch edits. So here we are. Let's go organ. I'm going to say enter. Beautiful. Volume, yes, I can understand that. Low and high octave, that's pretty standard. I can see that too. So I don't think that needs too much explanation. I don't think this is where the notes are playing. Makes sense. How do I get to drawbar? Right arrow, lovely. Left and right drawbars, if I wiggle them about, you can see them wiggling about. I do like that. I do like that, that's very nice. So I've got TW there. Tone wheel. Okay, the increment and decrement don't do what I'd like them to do, so I'm going to do the whirly wheel, but that might sort of obscure the vision a bit. Vox. Oh, you've got to reset them. Haha. Okay. Box of chocolates, if you can figure that one out. It's a bit brief, but okay, so we know what this is. This is a Vox Continental. So So I guess we can do what I always do when I get a Vox Continental. And I always mess it up as well. Okay, that's nice. I mean, everything you really want from a Vox. Drawbars work like they do on the Vox, which is a bit weird, as you can see. If that one's in, they work. If that one isn't, they don't work. Bit dark, wasn't it? Very nice. You're getting used to it now. If you've seen some of my other videos, certainly on Hammonds, there's going to be the word mellow at some point. Of course there is. Farfisa. Crikey, that's a little bit. Very nice, isn't it? Everything you want from a Farfisa, or is it? I don't know. One. What do you think? Is that a good representation? Please let me know. Right. Nice Farfisa sound. Far-fetched Farfisa. Then you let me know. Okay, this one says ace. So if we're in England, that means it's really good. Got a feeling it's not that. And in fact, I don't know what it is. I also have a feeling you will tell me. So let's see what it is. Oh no, you've got different. Okay. Have a look. Isn't that nice? Another box of chocolates for that one. Okay, that's an interesting sound. In a moment after this video, I'm going to go and find out what that sound is. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly, well, I wouldn't say it was ace, but it's very good. Pipe, right, well, we know where with pipe. Do I have to do it? Of course I do. I have to put the reverb really high up and go. Because I always do, and because it's probably the only thing that I know. It's very nice though. Really comes in there, doesn't it? Always in a good mood. That's a bit funeral-y, isn't it? So I'll stay in a good mood if that's okay. But it's quite nice, and that, to be fair, that would work in churches if you didn't want to have a big church organ, or you didn't have a big pipe organ. Especially with the bass pedals or the dual manual or whatever. But the bass pedals you can have on here. We didn't get mellow. Okay, maybe mellow knocks about a bit later on. So what have we got? We've got a key click. Well, we expect that. Yeah, that number moves when that moves, which is nice. So let's just get us back to. Remember that from last week? Yeah, we do remember that from last week. Remember leakage. That overtone. Can you hear it? It's the treble. It starts off like a high treble hum, but it's actually the leakage of the on the drawbars there. And I think I said last time, you know, it goes a bit too far, and that in a good way. Kind of nice that. Happy days. Let's keep going. Sustain, fair enough. Multi-contact system. Well, we remember that. You remember the? Oh, it's so difficult to do. Can only. I'm such a thug. I can only get maybe 3 going on there. And there's a mode, and the mode is random, which I kind of like. I can. That's good. Oh, when you make a change, look, and that takes over the screen for a short while, so it tells you where you are, not that you can see, live, and then puts you back again. So that's quite nice too. I don't think I'll mess with those fellas. So menu back, beautiful. Percussion, enter. Okay, so when you press the buttons, these come on there to show you've pressed them, but you can see them there anyway. Levels, soft and normal, really useful. I think the XK5 is quite loud out the box, and I turn mine down a little bit. Horses and 4 courses, right? But take it right down. If I do like this. Till ear splitting level. Good, you wouldn't want that, would you? Again, I'm pleased that Hammond have taken it too far. That's good. It means you've got parameters, right? So where was it set to 0? It's pretty close, actually. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I have to talk about that, because that's triggering on both, isn't it? Don't think that was doing that last week, but I might have messed with something. So hold the phone. I think I might be able to find out what that is. Let's go in order like good gents. The soft level is configurable by the looks of it. At the same volume as the is in dB, so you can see where soft needs to be. You can even mess with the decay, slow and fast, which I wouldn't. The drawbar cancel on 1, so when you switch the percussion on, this effectively doesn't work, this one here. Let's just, yeah. The right one. Okay, that's acting slightly differently to how I would expect. Right. Okay, so keyboard touch is the thing. You know, I talked about the cancel where, I don't use the word cancel because that's there, but if you've got your hand down, it's not going to play another piece of percussion until your finger comes off, which is absolutely what I'd expect. And now, down here, that's working as I'd expect. So the first drawbar, when the percussion comes on, you're not hearing unless you take off drawbar cancel, and then you are. I don't know how you take drawbar cancel off a C3, probably with a soldering iron. So I'm not sure why you got that option there, but hey, you got the option. It's probably configurable by MIDI way, you know. But I mean, it's not really where I am on that one. I want to make my Hammond clone, which is, you know, it's a Hammond, but it's still a clone, isn't it? As similar to that bad boy or girl as entirely possible. Okay, so I think lovely, lovely, lovely. So percussion, yeah, that's about that. Menu exit. Animation. Animation. Oh, I see. Right, good. I thought there'd be like little cartoon characters. This fellow over here. So we're into vibrato chorus animation. Okay. Switch that off. 1, yeah. As I change it. The only real thing that I do here, I tend to take their word for it. They've been modelling it. I have noticed that some of the vibrato rates are a little bit faster than I've experienced. I heard when I compared it to my C. So I have been known to slow those rates down a little bit. See what I mean now? Type 59 plus. That's quite good. And that, does that reset it? No, it doesn't. Okay. That's not bad, is it? That's nice, that's nice. Vibrato's never been my thing on here. Sounds a little bit too much like my old Bontempi, but you know, you've got to cater for everything, haven't you? I think I've got an old Hammond organ in the shed that could do that, but it wasn't a tone wheel, if you know what I mean. Still don't know what that one is yet? No, okay. I think I'm going to leave that. There's some tremolo rates for the pipe organ and TR organ, which I think is probably transistor organ, if that's tone wheel. Let's just leave that where it is. I don't know why you'd want a transistor organ. Right, Leslie on reverb. Yes, custom cabinets. Oh, now. Hello, hello. We're on a 122 gentle. What on earth are we doing on 122 gentle? I mean, had I have known. We've got 122 wild. Oh yes. That feel like a closer mic, but it's good. Oh man, that's even better than that. Oh, I should be on 122 wild out the box. Surely it should. Uh-oh, 122 hot. Very happy with that. Oh, it goes a bit too far. Doing the damage there, that one. Very nice, very nice. So that's 122 hot, everybody. 122 bass stop. That's it'll come to me. There's a word for it. I want to say Mississippi, but it's the wrong word. Yeah, it'll come to me. But so that's where you got the two rotors. The top one's going, and the bottom one's on stationary, right? I've got a Leslie 6110 over there that does that, but it's not meant to. But that's more on that later. I should do a video on that actually. No, okay. No, I don't think so. Memphis style, where the bass doesn't move and the treble does. Whatever. 147 gentle. Okay, so 147 same cabinet, different amplifier, or different configuration of the amplifier, really, isn't it? Okay. But they're using it as an opportunity to model something differently there, so I like that. Nice, isn't it? I think the Leslie sounds have come on a bit since the old XK5, although I haven't got this on the latest patch, no doubt. So, because I don't use the Leslie sound. 147 wild, yes, wild. I believe the wilds are extra. They're not. They don't come with the SKs. That's a close mic. That's what they're saying there. Listen to that bass rotor. Oh, I do like 147 wild, 145 gentle, 145 next door. I like the 145. Very good to carry around. A little bit boxier when you record with it, but it's smaller, so I can get that. I can get that. I can see what's going on there, definitely. Oh, I see. Well, I got 145 wild now. Yeah, okay. I can actually feel that mild 145 in there. I can. I'm most impressed by that. I really am impressed by that. That's not bad. I wonder what. Oh, okay. I don't have hot. I just have wild. Okay. But we're all suckers, aren't we? So we're going to go for 122. Of course we are. And if you're rockers, you're going to go for 122 hot. Doesn't matter what the sound's like. You're going to go for 122 hot because you are. Right? Oh, and you're not going to be disappointed, are you now? The overdrive's got a little bit of that kind of. It's not a real overdrive, and your brain goes, "Oh, what's that?" Kind of. If you're fans of the Hammond XK3 all those years ago, you whacked up the overdrive. It went a bit too far, and it did have a bit of that. So I just keep that. Oh, we're going to click on. We are getting somewhere now, aren't we? Really, I think with the sound here. Very nice, Leslie. Done. Shall we go through them all? We'll go through a few, shall we? Effect EQ. I think I've just gone out of it now. Okay. Beg pardon, wrong button. Okay. Matching transformer. Hysteresis. No idea, but you'll when you hear it, you'll know what it does. Matching transformer on off. Kind of levels the sound off a bit. I don't know. I ascribe that rightly or wrongly to your ability, and I go on about this all the time, to play this like a Hammond. The left hand not killing the right hand volume-wise. Do that on a Hammond sound on a synth, and all you'll hear is the bass, right? And it has some drive, and it has plenty of hysteresis. And if you're short of hysteresis, then this is the place to get a bit more hysteresis. I notice I'm triggering the multi-contacts a lot more. I'm usually a bit more thuggish with that one. Although I do admit these are a fantastic keyboard, fantastic. I mean, I'm used to my Hammond XK5 keyboard. This is really, really good, really, really good. Okay, matching transform. Oh, it says matching transform at the top. I was looking at M trans, but there you are. Lots of stuff you can do with that. That's a book reader job. If you might want to leave that for a while and then get on to something else. But clearly, you can try and emulate the C a little bit better, and other Hammonds which have the matching transformer in them. Am I going this way? Effects, yay! So what do you think? Oh yeah, you can apply the effects to these buttons here, which is a one-time only job, isn't it? Oh, there's delay there. Didn't realise the pitch bend worked on the Hammond. Don't even get me started. But so I'll switch that off. Ring modulator. Oh, there it is. I love a ring modulator. A lot of people like ring modulators around here. You can have it on the expression pedal, which I've not got plugged in at the moment, which is brilliant. You can have it on a low frequency oscillator if you really want. If you know, you know, but what we really want is to be able to adjust the sensitivity and the frequency on faders like the Gibson Maestro, don't we? We've got the circuit board diagram, everyone's got that. There's just a few components that don't exist anymore, but something like that would be great. If you want to know what one of those is, I'll do a video or something. I don't own one, but I can describe it to you. Yeah, okay. Sounds a bit weird, but trust me, in the right location, it's really well usable in the right location, and there's different ways to pull it off. I know most of you are going, what? If I had the foot pedal plugged in, I could show you how you can sweep through and start affecting the sound on the fly instead of spinning these little things. Sorry, which listen to Deep Purple, made in Japan, double album live. I think it's probably the intro to a song called Lazy, and there's a very strange sound going on, and it's a ring modulator. It was also used, I believe, on the album, but in a completely different way. I'm not going to spend too much time on the ring mod. If you know, you know. If you don't, then we'll do a little thing about that, because it's a weird old fella. Right, you can't just hang a right. Oh, you can. You can click right on the page. It goes to there. Overdrive type. Hello. Let's make it really high so you can hear it. Parameters are tube, solid state. Pretty nice, actually. I do get that. Clip. Would you call clip your kind of yeah, you might. Okay, you will call it that, wouldn't you? Like a Marshall or a high watt stack or something. And you've got drive, crossover, blend, and you've got the XP CTRL, which is expression control. So when you back off on the Hammond volume pedal, the overdrive backs off as well, like you're hitting a valve really hard. Or you can flick it so it's quieter, but just as distorted. You don't want to do that, you do the other way. EP amp, electric piano amp. Sure, that's useful for somebody, and then you're out of it. Okay, fair enough. It's tube, isn't it? Crossover is interesting, but high blend, I think that's pretty much where I'd have that. And the next one, please. Okay, so effects 2. There we are. Standard delay stuff. Don't really, guitar players do solos when they play with delays. Keyboard players don't really do that, do they? On an organ. I don't know why. I don't know. Is there anything we can do with that delay? We can change it to a chorus, okay? Never really got the chorus on a Hammond because I feel that the Leslie sound is very chorusy, but I'm sure it is used. Flanger, okay. It's at the same rate, I understand. I don't know how your ears are, but mine are broken now, so let's move along. Phase. Oh, all good 60s and 70s kit, and an auto pan. If you're on headphones, that's probably doing mad things for you, but I certainly can't hear it here. Reverb, beautiful. Well, that's what we want. I always have it set to spring because a Hammond had a spring reverb in it, so that makes sense. Well, not necessarily a standard, but my idols did have. Play. Church. Beautiful. I mean, you expect it these days, don't you? I guess. Hall. Oh. Subtle. I like. Live. Alright. Okay, I guess a bit shorter, a bit less feedback on it. That makes sense live, I guess. Okay, we're not going to go through words. It's just all reverb, right? We're going to stick it back to spring where it belongs. And then we'll move on. Oh, EQ, all right. Only use it if you're in trouble, I would say. You know the idea. So you've got a couple of frequencies there. Hertz and kilohertz and kilohertz. And you've got the gain. Oh, what does look quite tasty. I was hoping. Oh, look at the effect. You get a little graph. Oh, that's beautiful. So you need more bass. More bass. Less bass. Leave it alone, basically, I think. Yeah, I might leave it alone. Tone value. Oh, I see what it's doing there. It's just bringing up that top end on the... It's almost timbre, they used to call it. Don't confuse volume with EQ. A little message, generally speaking, there, but that's interesting. Okay. We might as well go to controller. Okay, pitch bend, yes, modulation off. Well, if you get more modulation off, I'll have that back on, see what it does. Ah, very nice. So you can put the overdrive on there if you want. When I had the XK3C, if I kept bashing it, this eventually kept moving down this modulation wheel, so you couldn't use it because you couldn't set it somewhere because it would slide its way down. This one looks like it might stay where it's meant to be. Well, you've got an overdrive knob over there, so I don't know why you'd want to use it there. Bit of choice, I suppose. Oh, and you can do effects as well. Very nice. You can put effects on there. Leslie. Leslie on there too if you really wish. Very nice. Pitch bend range, damper, pedal. Okay, fair enough. That's quite easy. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? All right. Here we've been here before, so this is the key click, tone wheel break, leakage, multi effects. You can change what those four do. Remember on the XK3C you had 4 in a line like that you could assign to. Here they've done it there. Well, that's fair comment. I'm going to go MIDI now. I'm going to leave that for another day, I think. You know how internal external zones work. If you don't, there's plenty of people actually far better than me who really understand how this kind of stuff works. I tend to bumble around until I get it right and translate the manual a different way, and then all of a sudden something's working, I'll save it. Not perfect, is it? But that's how I go. Anything I need to know down here? We've got patch, custom system USB. Might as well have a look. Press the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. Custom tone wheels where you can edit your own or you can change it and save your own tone wheels. Jim Alfredson did Greasy Wheels. Remember Greasy Wheels, Jim? Did that years ago. And I used that on my XK3C and it was tremendous, I have to say. So you could put your own custom tone wheels if you want to. I rarely do that now with the 5 and any of the ones, if I'm honest. Look at that custom tone wheel. You go to your feedback, you go to each wheel. Now at least look at that, that's quite nice. So you've got level and leakage as well, so you really can try and customise with the new ones to make it sound like a C. If I had some more time, I might have a go at it with my oscilloscope and some bits and bobs, but I really haven't got the time for that, sadly. Wow and flutter, wow, that is quite impressive. Eccentricity. Okay, I'm quite eccentric, I suppose, but no, I won't pretend to know what that is. I'm going to have a look at that. That's lovely. Next time I do a Hammond UK event, I want to be an expert on that, don't you think, eh? Because I mean, I got away with that particular page last time. However, I'd only seen the XK4 for about 10 minutes before we opened the door. So yeah, that makes sense. Wheel leakage, beautiful. There's some serious stuff that you can edit here, but obviously I'm not going to do that. Leslie, I feel a bit more comfortable here. You can edit your own Leslie's. This is the bit I love, and I hope the camera picks it up because it's just nice. There's a picture, a little picture of what to do. It's even got the little red bit on the label and everything. So that's really cool. Can you do anything about it? I don't know. What you got? Front, rear. Oh, all the different types. Look, PR40. Oh, lovely. This is where you can change the speed of the rotor and the horn and the fall and rise and brake and delay time, and you can match it with your Leslie at home, which is wonderful. I think sometimes my 122, for example, the top rotor speeds up really fast and the base rotor's really slow. My Leslie 3300 behind the camera there, lurking, the bass slows down really slowly out the box, and you find yourself halfway through the next verse and your trousers are still flapping after the dramatic chorus that preceded it. So I've tweaked that a little bit so it gets out of the way and doesn't pull focus at all as the next verse kicks in, if you know what I mean. So you can do all those kind of changes there, which is great. Oh, I remember this one, the miking positions. We did this at the Milton Keynes event, and I don't know if you can see that, but there are little microphones there, which I think is fantastic. It shows where the mics are and the distances away. I don't think they move, it's not that clever, but that's really lovely. So close mic, flap, 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 flap. Far mic, mellow, mellow, mellow. My 122, for example, I've got a close mic and I've got a room mic to I can balance that in just a little bit if I want to. I did go a bit over the top a few years ago and got some more mics in, but honestly, it's a diminishing return. I think 4 mics is your maximum in stereo for me these days. I remember when I interviewed Maureen Lacoste last year, and she looked at my face like, "How many mics you got? What are you talking about?" And she's absolutely right. I made myself have a long, hard look at myself that day. So, cabo, we got pedal. Reg, okay, so that's the tone wheel or the sound of the pedals, which I don't have here. And pipe, so you got a bit of organ type will be set to pipe. Yeah, I get that. And you can choose your settings there, fine. All your organ stops, so there's a load of work you can do there. Look at that, stop volume, tuning for all of the different pipes and all different stops, upper and lower and pedal. Plenty of work you can do there too. Okay, I think we're pretty much there, don't you? Anything else there I need to show you? Sound. Oh, do you want a quick look at system? Do you? Whilst we've got a minute, and we could do it if you want to. Master tune, beautiful. We want that. Settings, rotary out, pedal out. Okay, so this is when you connect in your 11 pin and what have you, which is really good. You can do line out, rotary out, line and rotary on the XK5. I imagine you could probably do that on here as well. The channel that Leslie uses, that's a Leslie cable piece of technology there that you might be interested in. control. Okay, when you've got your foot switch in, what type of foot switch have you connected to it? You know Hammond make the foot switches, they're pretty nice actually, but if you have a different one knocking about, you can set them differently, so the tip and ring and all those bits and bobs. Expression pedal, same thing there. Damper, calibrate, which is quite good. Can you calibrate that? Oh, that's good, okay. And yeah, oh, more bits as well. Turn wheel brake. Gosh, there's lots of bits of stuff there that I'm not even going to get into. Octave transpose, knob DB, display, keyboard velocity offset. Wow, wow. Patch loads, favourites, globals, yes, I think we're knocking on the head there. We're getting into the dusty end. I mean, the important thing was the sounds that you heard and how configurable it is. And I think what we've learned, or what I've certainly learned, and hopefully you've learned too, there's a lot you can do with this. It would be really nice for someone who has one to do a long-term road test and really get into those sounds and see how close they could get it. I think this is probably the most configurable one on the market. It's the Hammond one on the market at the moment. Certainly of any of the ones that I've reviewed recently around the clone wheels and what have you. There's a load in there. There's a load of stuff in there, and I'd love to have the time, and I don't, in order to have a good look at it. But I think for now we've went into that screen. We've done a bit of a deep dive into what is available, and I'm not teaching you what everything does precisely. In some cases, I'm even glossing over it, aren't I? Let's face it. But I'm just showing you what features are available there, and the answer is quite a lot. So there you go. Just want to say thank you very much for watching this. I need to remind you, please, to like and subscribe. I'm supposed to remind you all the time, but I never do because I don't want to get on anyone's nerves. They do at the end so you can switch off if you're really bored. Switch off. Have you switched off? Right, all the cool kids are left. I've got a Patreon site, Nick Foley UK, patreon.com, and you can get all these videos straight away if you want to. It's not a big deal for me. You can continue to have them for free. Enjoy it as best you can, an organ video. But if you want it, you can have it for absolutely nothing with my blessing. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee or you want the videos quicker than that, then there's a way to do that, to give back and say thank you, should you so wish. Other than that, I'll see you next week, which is probably me going to record another one of these in a while, and we'll have a look. Maybe we could use the Leslie 122 in there. I do love doing that. I do love hearing these things with the old-fashioned Leslies, because there's something about that tone that you want to try and recreate across the two. So maybe we'll have a look at that if I've got time. Otherwise, I shall see you soon. Thank you very much for listening.